and such a so and inti
I record.
Amen. Therefore, if you are no pay, your comia would be brave. Yea, Nancy, yet now, if you dear who drew me any woofy, and can be beer betting me to you, soon a month to swab your home by the Yena Sita, any new young come with Diana tree.
Amen.
I was sister with the young patchay, what my acquaint say, and necessary wish and no so muscle. I jay any painty. Brabia, your bonny, I would be brave. Yes, so send it. Bonny be a be out of fat shame.
Amen.
Be a pine my and pipe one, not pipe who do an every bunyanano. When ya may wait in why yamaye. Yes, so safe I didn't be any up maybe I know. Be a drinny up woman. Not the one more course with the baba and race so. Yet near tea, near the boy bra. Na boy and I say we are seeing. Yet I was a passing with you now be shy and a dream, no way beside the would do in a mile. The signs here beside you and I would open it in. Amen.
Amen. Yo, Yadamasi, Ebusian 4. Ano enumere ya king kansem no ebehu afri Proverbs chapter 4 verse 20. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 20 to 22. Proverbs 4 20 to 22. Mighty unyamiasem mekan brofo. Ose eyes. Keep them in the midst of thy heart, for they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Amen. Enumere unyame enam na kwa Dr. Martin Opoku Jamfiso ena oni bekasa enumere. Dr. Eye asorpani a ewo Hartford, Ghana, sorry I wo ho. Na Dr. Eye medical doctor ankasa. Ena wasanso ye doctor in natural medicine. Msabrafumu yataken bisa integrative medicine. Nti numere de numse yebenya afanu nyina ye Ghana fo de beboa yempa. Theme song no. Na yewie yen theme song no na ene a yebetia no eye Dr. Martin Opoku Jamfi na onyame nam no so bekasa tre enumere. Damwase mama yenya aso no yentie.
Fine. Ama yakonya kese se yemra na yemra mesua ho ade na yeda asafo mpanimfo so ase se omo ato enti enanyumre nso yebeto aso na yesua adesua bi amatu ne din se cancer is a preventable disease. Cancer ye yare a yetimi ebo ye ho ban efiri ho. Say cancer ye yare bi a obi asuro. Most of the time say yaka cancer ade ba akope na be obi adwene mu. Eye oncologist, doctors ahuru nyina, oncologist no eye headache kese pa ma o story bia na obi amanfo te bi say cancer kwa ade na deba. Na answer ya na etanya ne say ye nim de deba. A mixture of environmental factors ne genetics. Intino na akwaya te said ye ya helpless no te said ye bibia ni ho no ma ye betimi aye afa cancer. Nanso no hwehwemu bebre wo ho no mo a e kire say anima bebre wo ho no ma ye betimi aye afa cancer ho no ntia no ena nne anyimre me pese ye beka ho asem kakra. Ye di kan ye bebi say cancer pra na di ade. What is cancer? Cancer no enye yare baako. Eye yare ahoro more than 100. Ena yaka wo mu a ye frɛ no cancer no. Na de atia ne sɛ ni suban anase cancer ni suban pa kɛseɛ baako ne sɛ ye nipadua no akwa a ye frɛ no cells ni bi ne dia ne sɛ enyini saa bibia ntimi ama ne nyare nyini. Sɛ yɛbɛte ase ya mo yɛhwɛ sɛ yawo akɔra foforo atokɔ no ɛwo no tokɔ no yɛ ketewa bi afei na wɔtwe kɔ n'anim bosom kɔ n'anim mfie kɔ n'anim na onyini bi ho na akɔra ketewa na ɔda ne maame ana ne papa nsa so ketewa bi no na ɔbɛyɛ pani ɛyɛ den na otimi yɛ pani saa cells no enyini na onyini a every time bia na onyini koduru mpɛmpɛnsoɔ bi na agyae nyini emre so sɛ nyini bi ma na to aso saa na nipadua no nyame yɛ no enti yɛ wɔ controls bi wɔ nipadua no ma kyerɛ ne sɛ nyini jai na cancer no de yɛ ne deɛ ne sɛ a grow out of control bibia ni hɔ no ma yɛtimi control nti cancer na ne main characteristic no ɛno no na sɛ mohwɛ screen yi a mobɛhu sɛ normal cells ne ni na meka sɛ cell ɛne deɛ cell ɛne sɛ yɛhwɛ nipadua yi nyinaa na wokyekyɛ nipadua no mu nketenkete a ne ketewa paa ɛwɔ mu no ɛno ne yɛfrɛ ne cell ɛte sɛ deɛ wɔwɔ ɛdan kɛseɛ si hɔ wɔasi aborosan kɛseɛ si hɔ no na wokasa pɛ sɛ wɔkyekyɛ aborosan no mu a na woba the smallest unit a yɛde build yɛde si dan no a wobɛhu sɛ ɛyɛ bricks anaasɛ blocks nti saa blocks baako no na yɛakeka bɔ mu ade asi aborosan no saa pɛpɛpɛ na nipadua no nso teɛ cells no ɛna akeka bɔ mu a na abɛyɛ nipadua nti sɛ yɛka sɛ cell a ne yɛka nipadua no nkyekyɛmu paa ketewa a nkwa ne ahoɔden ɛwɔ mu na nti wohwɛ cell a ɛyɛ normal a sɛ ne teɛ ɛyɛ baako na enyini a na emu apae mmienu na abɛyɛ mmienu nti sɛ yɛ normal a sɛ na ɛsɛ toa so akɔ na yɛmfa ne sɛ emu ɛkyɛɛ no a enyini kɔ no na biribi esi wɔ cell no mu a na cell no ɛsɛe a nipadua no Nyankopɔn de biribi ahyɛ nipadua no mu sɛ cell a asɛe no ɛsɛ sɛ etimi ku no na ɛhye n'ase sɛ de bɛyɛ a ɛnkɔ so ɛnnɔre na ɛnyɛ bebree enti na nipadua no ankasa yɛ den ɛku no na yɛfrɛ no cell suicide anaasɛ apoptosis no enti nipadua no mu no yɛwɔ fidie bi wɔ mu yɛwɔ mechanism bi a Nyame de ahyɛ mu a 10 bi a cell bi be say bi an entam na waku no say de be ya intimi nyini nanso ewo mu a cell bi etimi get out of hand etimi ehuri efiri saa afidie na Nyankopɔn esum wo nipadua no mu no na ama nipadua no intimi nkono saa na kyese cell no enyini na from one cell na afi na afi say divide na be 4 na obi no so divide saa bo se na afi na aginsem na be uncontrolled growth na that's it. Mon fanchemi na mon follow me. We have statistics here all used to here. We are the 10 leading causes of cancer and the 10 leading deaths from cancer. We are 2017 source near National Cancer Institute. We have from 1 to 10 year 2017, 2020 the same thing. Number 1, breast cancer saying 252,000 and nipa 40,000 in 2017. In 2020, estimating let's say nipa 279,100 in Ibinya breast cancer and emu 42,000 in Ibiwu. Okwa lung, prostate, colorectal, melanoma, bladder cancer ni na atwatwa so. Into hwa cancer no nyina na enyinya afiko na nim na numbers na ekosoro na nipa ewu nso ekosoro. Ohwe ha se ya we 40,000, 42,000 ni wuye. 155,000 lung cancer nkwa na aba form kakra. If you say nipa bebre adwina aba so say smoking na ya big factor nti o jai. Di aka ni nyina ekosoro. Prostate 26, 2017, 2020 33,000, colorectal 50, 53, 2020. Sa nti ohwe sa nipa ya ewu nyina ya ayade bia yebetimi abɔ ho ban a nipa bebre say ensese omu eno nti na yesua sa adesua yi ene ne yebebisa se ene na cancer no kra de na cause so ne bidi kan kan ne ma mienu environmental factors ne say enema ɛwɔ baabi a yɛtie mframa a yɛ ho me aduane a yɛdie nsu a yɛnom enema a yɛde sra yɛ ho enwuru a yɛnom eno no ne environmental factors no and genetic factors ne de any ade a yɛde awo yɛn emuja na se esu a yɛnya fi yɛ maame ne yɛ papa no mo ho eno no yɛni su control nti afi yɛ become rika kakra wohwɛ we ya obehu se environmental factors no se yɛka cancer nyina environmental factors no contribute to 90 to 95% of all cancers environmental. Genes, genetics account for just 5 to 10%. Enti no say enipa bebre ya adwena kosi say genes genetics or we dey mean control enti na say you feel so helpless. But no prepare a woman say 90 to 95% environmental, which means say you betimi prevent 90 to 95% of all the cancers if we control the environmental factors. Afi ye betwa so environmental factors no say yakoya chikakra ohwe ha environmental about infections ni aba kesiya obesity ni aba alcohol and others inti afi ye bekom baako diet ni na ohwe diet within the environmental factors no cause cancer no diet nkwa cause 35% of all the environmental causes of cancer. Na cancers are whole related to diet ni larynx ya minimum sa bladder, mouth, pharynx, esophagus, lung cancer, colorectal cancer, pancreatic cancer. Now, cancer biya ni dodo diet ekoso. For example, lung cancer, the contribution of diet to lung cancer no about 20%. But colorectal cancer, 70% of all colorectal cancer is related to diet. Pancreatic cancer, 50%. Prostate cancer, 75%. Breast cancer, 50%. Prostate cancer, and the leading killer right now. So we lung cancer, free hormone, you can man and over men specific prostate cancer, a big problem, as you see, and a man so breast cancer. Okay. After young can see obesity. And also, cancers are whole related to obesity anyway. The entire T-cell say, Cassiano, who you obese or a lot of fat cells. And a fat cells are not serve as a reservoir for cancer cells and for cancer causing chemicals and toxins. And you know, And no makasiye one of the factors obesity cause cancer na no. And after so no fat cells nankasa no so no factory a produce estrogen and other hormones. Intikasiye related to esophageal cancer, colon cancer, gastric cancer, gallbladder cancer, ovarian cancer, breast cancer, liver, endometrium, uterine, awodie, pancreatic cancer, cervical cancer, renal cancer, kidney cancer, and multiple myeloma. So, alcohol and smoking. If you alcohol and smoking, so you the Gamia say you move brain, no, you no sa. But you money, minimum oropharynx, liver, breast, esophagus, larynx, cervical cancer, pancreatic cancer, and so smoking, so and also you be into almost all the cancers in chemicals are what if we are see more your work baby are your mountains, your mountain, your timu, your neighborhoods, ensure yenum, and Yania yedi chemicals are yedi gunyania yedimu, chemicals are yedisra, ensure yenum. In Rankasa, in neuro prescription drugs, I am. Some mobile kaya na blood pressure neurobi and diabetes neurobi. Omo recall why? Because a cause of cancer. Omo who's cancer causing chemicals. Acid reflux neurobi ya ton over the counter ya ton for years. Omo recall why? Because omo who say cancer causing chemicals. You. Inti ya wonyama bebre sa wo hono mo a. Se bibi an ka bibi a ma ye obi akwohwe mu a. Now, when you cause cancer, so now you need. And environmental carcinogens and chemicals, and a bini chlorine, it may cause be. Then no cause bladder cancer, colorectal cancer, leukemia, nitrates are, and also a one assume any and no preserve any processed foods, and also the nitrates, egum, and also a cause leukemia, lymphoma, colorectal cancer, motor vehicle exhaust, sir. A free car to banner, linked to leukemia. Indoor air pollutants. On say your demo, especially near maybe your home, you usually use say air freshness. No many near maybe a plug na or commercial as you in him. A bema dema in him needs chemicals be more toxins spa and things. I would about fear. Na asana akotofu frabeshim na asana akotofu frabeshim na and once a wound here and asana who expose the environment of the house to these toxic chemicals and also linked to childhood leukemia and lymphoma, lung cancer, and so chemical be a friend of nitric oxide and also abwa emano worse. Lung cancer, polyaromatic hydrocarbons. Polyaromatic hydrocarbons, chemicals are who will be a dawson, within the brain, a bini PAA, polyaromatic amines, polycyclic aromatic amines, PCA. And no, a free flesh, with dear, good. You kind of with dear. Say with dear, and say fish, say chicken, say beef, say kusia, say animal protein. Nessa uhitino, and processing on one at a very high temperature, and that's our chin at a very high temperature. You produce polycyclic hydrocarbons, polycyclic aromatic amines. Very, very toxic, cause cancer. Okay, and pesticides, and near my yedigun in Kofoya Fua, yedigus so said into two more insects, emery, any fungicides, now yedikum fungus, weedicides, I be no a cause cancer. There's a lot of research of why there's a cause childhood leukemia, lymphoma, brain tumors, Wilms tumor, and a whole lot of different types. There were another chemical here from dioxin. Dioxins, in your free chemical byproducts. Chemical factories be produce toxins. No matter dampen into the drinking water. And they say, oh baby, city, a treatment facility, an treaty ensure most of the time some of these pollutants end up in the drinking water. Cancer. Cancers or cervical cancer, gastric cancer, and see a bacteria be a friend of Helicobacter pylori, and also cause cancer with adult T cell leukemia, and also cause lymphoma. And HTLV1 human T cell leukemia virus 1 and on a cause of cancer no into here there were a lot of viruses Epstein-Barr virus and so then a cause of lymphoma antivirus is a cause of cancer no and also any into yaka prevention what means is by now build the immune system now immune system not to deal with infections a bit me prevent cancer you say your content them kakra afa yan genetics ne cancer is very also linked to genes colorectal cancer all those idea what was here and no any markers and I say in ruby and I say chemicals be what you mujemo ya hwehwe oncologists no it will be a more tested. For example, BRCA1, BRCA2 now are common for breast and ovarian cancer. And only in himself linked to ovarian and breast cancer. And anybody be brio more. Onye who say or sa BRCA1, BRCA2 in Libya. Now perfectly healthy. And so no akwa ni yakotwetwa ne nufu nyina afiri honom. Ni nufu nya afiri. So mobeka ya Angelina Jolie eyebi. Unfortunately, too much of a radical step to take as a prevention because genes, true say you can get the genes, but you don't have to get the cancer because me are preventing that from happening. Making Nesopharia continuation, lung cancer, Burkitt's lymphoma, gastric cancer, pancreatic cancer, retinoblastoma, all these cancers, linked to genetics, but some genetic factors no be just 5 to 10% in genes. Okay, into some serious stuff for her. It is a mobile cells and first to divide in the cancer. Normal cell ni cell a tia por na bibia enye no a nyakopo boss and tenase ne say na tie. Into cell no ye will be wo your first ask a kosia wo me ho na genes ni nyina no ewo enti ya no cell no nyini a cell na nkasa no emu pai mienu na genes no so mu pai mienu enti wo hwa we mu ache mienu ba kokosia na ba kokosia na eyi na kosia na dan finfin na genetic material ni nyina wo mu no na no so mu ache na ayese enti na ekoso na nyini saa na nipadua no fa so nyini na cancer be start here. Motion left has a carcinogenic agent. First of all, you have to have an exposure. When you're exposure to the chemicals, that also cancer. Now, when you're exposure to ADN, also cancer, say chemicals, say radiation, say viruses, say BBA, and no amma, sa genes in our cancer cell no assay adanino. Mommy and can say. Nipediana tuma die edina na se betimi edia gisa genes no na kire no de onye enti genes no na e kire se sa cell we ebeba be ye ensa anase we ebeba be ye ehwene anase we ebeba be ye aso ana we ebeba be ye yefunu we ebeba be ye mahrawa anase me kidneys anase mani genes no na e kire indi ho na information ewo. In the cancer, most of the time, genes no and a damaged. Your friend mutation. The whole starting as first process, your friend initiation. Initiation, anything, and it's a start cancer, no air start. In the chemical, no affected cell, no not initiated cell cancer. No. In the initiative we are now a starting process, we are, and only the first stage. In the the classic cancer stages are doctor for your chair and answer your dear Jumana, yes, 3 stages. Initiation, say promotion, and it's a cancer no a fee any kese. And at the third stage, progression, and it's a safe air tre. Baby, I want to a free baby, I want to baby. These are the 3 stages. In the time me aba a kwanya ye befa so a ye be prevent cancer. Mommy and guys say, and this year they are cancer is a preventable disease. It is a see through a near environment mu any genes ahoro cause cancer. Na ye hu the stages of cancer development. Mommy and kwanya ye befa so a ye be prevent. 1. cancer nyinaa no ebehya se a just a gene na say me nsan come chi biem na yen hwa de wa gene no eno na the driving force enti se eno no say a na ayeden cell no asay enti se cell no say na nipadua na ntimi ankum cell no pe a ebeda cancer me poso ha kakra 1 minute na maka we ho asem say emphasis na area ma genes are a lot of pharmaceutical companies a lot of researchers focus ni na ya genes they try to produce genetic therapies in rural ya dey fight genes no ni na no unfortunately no the research doesn't support that and untina for more than 60 years near I shall say year launch the war against cancer still yin cancer drone because the focus no wrong. The focus is looking at the genes. And the genes, yes, is a factor, but it is not the dominant factor. I feel more slightly. So if we research, published in 2014, our Cancer magazine, and that's a journal of carcinogenesis. The title was Cancer is a Metabolic Disease, Implications for Novel Therapeutics. Dear no we left one, where a normal cell. In the normal cell, no. What ni ekusiara na make my friend genes and na wahana na say oba technical name my friend the nucleus. Into nucleus no anase kusiana na baabi a genes no wono enu nie na ha say ya yefita no e hono no na enuane nuro ni chemicals ahoro ene niema ahoro abo ani pedua no me nya hode no so ho no the friend cytoplasm. Into cell bi anu fa ya wo cytoplasm and your nucleus. All right? Into a divide equally. Cytoplasm no divided into two. Now nucleus no so divided into two. There's a nucleus no na edane cancer cell na enema eya cell. Into a tumor cell and so say in here. Is a tumor cells and so ni na aye cancer. And also divided sa ni no na badane cancer cell. Into no omo your man say okay. Any cytoplasm no environment na kosiano anase genes no edawo no eno ene gene nankasa no de ehin na determine say obi benya cancer. That was the study omo ye enti de omo ye ne say omo fa a normal cell enti cell ne cytoplasm na ne say I say ensure yemfa ne say in swimming pool we the way example fish pond good fish pond kitwa ewo ho a enam no swim wo mu no sa pond no mu no eho no mu na fish no onya na aduane obedi ne niam a obenya nyina ewo sa fish pond no enti pond no nsuo no eno no na eye cytoplasm no na yemfa ne fish no eno no ni nucleus enti omo fa cell eye normal ne cytoplasm ye normal ena omo de cancer nucleus, cancer genes, a share cell no. And almost yanshwe de besi. No mo hwe ya mo hu se cell no divide no, divide ye no, na a produce normal cell. You say wow. We thought said the genes no and a produce cancer. I didn't think that genes near cancer cell. Cancer genes. Now so you dey to environment are clean and healthy no. And to produce cancer in the division and also the offspring. And almost like the reverse. The reverse and say, Omofa cancer cytoplasm. A yes cell environment no a cancerous. And yet and omu genes in free cancer cell no mu ni gene no. And omu di genes are clean genes. A shame fin so yan hwese de ni besi. Mon hwe afa ye ko divide ye no. Now could divide it into cancer. So we see here, say, the driving force behind cancer development, and your genes, it is the environment. Now, our environment, and now says environment now cells, and no, some factors now impacting, and only the epigenetic factors, and only the immunity, in neural and in CIM chemicals you use to. And no, any the most important factor right now, you need say drive the growth of cancer. All right. In the Apemumi share. See a share stages of cancer development now. Stage 1. Moka I said na yaka stages no yaka initiation. Awesome. And then I had 3 stages, but me the back waka home. Instead of 3 no. Me the back aka home. Back no any the exposure factor. 1. Say we are exposed to cancer cells. And sana wetimi nipeduano etimi adane cancer. We are exposed to chemicals that cause cancer, different carcinogens. Okay. And you know, exposure no the. So we are exposed again. Now betimi aya afa home. It's how to prevent that prevention of stage 1. And it's saying your liver, nyankopon boy, and your liver no wa think say odi cleaning nipeduano, cleaning from all these cancer chemicals. And our chemical be more what plants more friend glucosinolates. And no na aboa man liver na hoden na otimi clean cancer chemicals. If it's a debia that ye ko ye home ye no ye didi and near chemicals it may cause cancer. Inti no any idea which means he said so build you liver now protect your liver here liver and bit me a cleaning itself. Afei sa chemicals ye here na wo vegetables must be a friend of the cruciferous vegetables. And no, any the chemical number 1 a boy my idea a detox, a cleaning cancer chemicals. A ho a hinyan was our vegetables, we broccoli, collard greens, bok choy, beet greens, arugula, kale, watercress, cabbage. So our family way, you know, a ho and only the number 1 detox chemical vegetables are against cancer. After you the stages of cancer, stage number 2, initiation. Initiation is saying any say the chemical no abanipeduanum na a convert cell no genes no into cancer cells. And no anything a transformer cell na madana the cancer. Now no a say gene na a permanent damage. Untimi nya na hwe mane nye chemicals cause so be ni any PAA na make am wasem no. A free fried meats ne broiled ne heated meats no. 17 different chemicals like that. And a yahu ewo enama yaho yatoton yache emu. And yawo another one you find the PAH. PAA ni polycyclic aromatic amines. And only the free protein meats no. And yawo another one you find the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. And also a different cra. We no nyina no cause cancer cells. And on initiate cancer no. Okay, stage 2 prevention. About ya prevent stage 2. And near my yet media prevent stage 2 no. If I say cancer no, start to cry. It has to grow. Something has to make it grow. But you bet me ama I prevent say it grow na nipadua no akanahia nti ebewo hwa enyini da. Nti na wo cancer but di bewu na enyini. And near my yes are fiber number 1. It removes chemicals no if you GI tract. For example, you beta glucans or oats no. If we say carcinogens na chemicals na cause oxidative stress na generating maybe free radicals. Na free radicals na cause tissue damage, na cause inflammation. Na no you say a link to a lot of diseases, cancer, heart disease, stroke, cataracts, aging, memory loss. Now antioxidants, your chemicals be it may prevent DNA damage and oxidative stress. And after so no a boy ma ya repair your DNA. Inti sa chemicals are a bit media prevent stage 2 na hin ye benya free. I say we share within the highest sources of antioxidants no hin na wo ha say. Na sa we a research a we publish here na me dey go ase no we be here. It's Food and Chemical Toxicology, published in 2002. Title is an anti-tumor promoting potential of selected spice ingredients with antioxidative and anti-inflammatory activity. A short review. In Tixakami, we know blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberry, vegetables, we know herbs, hibiscus, oregano, sage, peppermint. We know itimi detox nipediano na prevent oxidation. Stage 3, promotion. Promotion no, and so saying, after cancer cells on a chance say a grow na multiply. Now you want maybe only no my friend promoters a promote cancer na man. And you want chemicals be so your friend anti-promoters and also a can share man. E bi na yedi kan aka ho asem. It said you want diabana enyini na swaba sa pepepe na sa stage we promotion reversible e sha say enyini a obetumi aka na sha manasa shrink biem. It depends on the conditions and the medical environment now cancer cells no woman no epigenetic factors no and on the bet say cancer cell no be promoted na enyini ana say be ka hye na amoa na ajuju na nipadua na kanasha into stage 3 no any promotion no okay na ha mo hwa eniema eye no we research a omo publish no mo hu say black yi nipa cancer na ewo nipa mu ansa na yeba be hyasia abeye intervention na omo hu say cancer no eno an say enyini nti wo hwa sa graph ya machemu emu achi ni no left side ni growth ni say cancer ni enyini right side ni then apoptosis and say cancer no ewu dying na omo hu say cancer na enyini na omo sesa ne die esesa ne diet kra esesa ne diet na fe na cancer no na on say na shrink enyini biem. And na fe omo wie no mo di growth promoters bi a friend IGF-1 is insulin like growth factor 1 omo sa edi good cells cancer no so ehwa na say nyini biem so and I so hwe hase ya omo say okay yen the opposite say ya hwe growth no yen hwe the shrinking the death no into the death no nie hwe cancer cells na omo di good dish mu lab no mo hwe a entimi enwu kra kakra bi na ewu omo sesa ne diet na fe hwe afina ewu omu bi no so okay yemfa IGF-1 na sanka ho biem omu di goose no na afina ni bu a ewu no na stop. In conclusion is say IGF-1 is one of those things and IGF-1 is free animal flesh, animal protein, eggs, cheese, all dairy products, milk, eggs, chicken, beef, and nambia animal flesh no it promote the synthesis of IGF-1, a cancer promoter, Emma cancer in. All right. In this stage 3, a preventive stage 3, no. And no promoters, no, a bini estrogen, and it's our IGF-1. In a sanima, we know your name maybe you have phytoestrogens, our plants, you have a whole lot of others. But a moment you know, the most important ones when you're dealing with cancer prevention, your friend isoflavones and lignans. Isoflavones, you was soy foods. In fact, the nipa be braces are breast cancer and also breast cancer. I mean, soy. But research naturally say estrogens na what plants were phytoestrogens. Instead of promoting cancer, no, it actually shrinks it and prevents it from growing. And the next one is lignans. So lignans, chemicals be so would the in fiber woman is a flax, especially flax. Now bacteria won't soon more convert into these lignans and prevent the promotion of cancer. Now in the world right now, the most concentrated source of lignans known to research is found in flax seeds. I think green tea so our polyphenols via your friend ECGC epigalactocatechin gallate and the DNA na koye ton twist kakra and no green tea sa chemical there wo green tea mono polyphenol no and also inhibit promotion of cancer. I think red meat and now no ya kan ho asem that the IGF-1 wom and a whole lot of other chemicals and also promote cancer cells. We reduce animal fat and also serve as reservoir now. That is how to prevent stage 3. I feel we research here. Published in 2005. Now we share for a mema what prostate cancer. Emoja ena the cancer cells no egu dish mo research no ena hu say the moja no egu cells no aye cancer cells no so a mema edi standard American diet na only 9% of the cancer cells were killed and almost switch your diet to plant-based diet switch your diet to plant-based diet no I feel 70% of the cancer cells were killed. I feel mommy and the same people in here, so that same research in here. And so we know this is 1 year later. Into this was standard American diet, plant-based diet. 1 year later, 70% of the cancer cells were dying. This is the same patients. Into any baseline PSA 6.4 nanograms, where a prostate cancer na wohono, and a shock cracker. After 1 year later, now after a shrink, na PSA no about 4.5. When you know a prevention, you know say any advanced stage of cancer that is say in term now we take preventive measures. Now the SL you can shrink it. When you say prostate cancer, now the treatment and say watch and wait. You try say because it's slow growing. Now a drew a baby a year in summer na for you treat you. Into when you say now they were watching and waiting, they were able to do the research on them. Okay, stage 4. Now you progression and saying and the cancer na any na afei etre akọ baby a one na atre so free baby a one akọ different parts of the body. And na timi can say metastasis no. Stage 4 is the kind be first to preventing and it say will boost your body's immune system's natural killer cells. Natural killer cells cells be when you no more ekum cancer cells and ekum virus infected cells so. And basically you boost your immune system. Now one of the things I say boost your immune system is a type of mushroom here, shiitake mushrooms. They are very, very, very powerful at boosting the NK cells now. And after so block angiogenesis. Angiogenesis is saying, and this is a cancer, no say bit me now I spread there. Here new blood vessels. Now blood vessels, and then the Bible one spread. Until block the development of new blood vessels, I can't send me into me. There were a lot of things. And you medical can have me no it me boy. Now and you may be sure you name say boy vitamin D, flax, berry, soy, and a turmeric. Okay. Into way any day me we enough you can't prostate cancer because I don't know affected member parts. Into young man so the researchers here so we study 3 different breast cells, cancer cells, and you different types. And you move for 3 different types of breast cancer cells. And only blacks, you and now, almost cast almost test here. Into you acquire almost so test and say, almost acquire cancer cells, efasu enini. Efasu enini. And now, almost SSR, and nipano edidier. Into all the 3 cancer cells in different types, type where you find MCF, where you find T47D, where you ZR75-1, different types. But the growth was the same because the environment was the same. Almost the same environment, not growth no swati. Now we now the growth swati, now we need growth swati. And okay, and let's do another test. And almost say, into cell, we are almost far. Lab na omo fa sa cancer cells no e na omo di good petri dish mu enie nti omo di good petri dish no mu no e na omo di enipa a owo cancer no emoja egu cancer no so se yenhwe de ebesi nti omo di good so no first no na we nyina na ha nyina aye black nyina na se na tie na nyina aye cancer cells na tumor na ye muma ba omo di nipa na owo cancer ni emoja good so no kakra bi na ewu ye so ho kakra bi na ewu ye we a aka nyina aye cancer and almost okay yen change nipa diet and almost change nipa diet to a plant-based diet into this same in just 2 weeks almost the emoja no from the same individual the only difference is that the same individual is now on a plant-based diet. Almost the emoja good cancer no so no look at what happened. This is what happened. All the cancer cells need the aka anyway. We know the body in just 2 weeks. It's not blood now is so toxic to cancer cells. It was killing the blood cancer cells left, right, and center. Another study. Okay, the opposite side. Making sure said the and BBI, your friend of tunnel imaging of DNA fragmentation and cell death. And on saying, and it's a DNA no. Answer cells the cancer cell ni be wu just a DNA na wu and as a genes na wu nti your study be as a cell ni wu a gene be wu bi ana soja nti omo hwe say Our cancer now edidi standard American diet no kakra bi na asoja kakra bi one turn diet no to plant-based diet no look at what happened. All the genes of the cancer were dying and then also white high. Basically what it means is you can make your blood inhospitable toxic to cancer cells. I have said that man no be see. Now the questions be more after you bisa. Okay, the man no be see has say. Now the question be or my idea questions be ba na the aka me de beka ho me da say.
Yo Dr. Martin Opoku Jemfi yada wase e was a presentation ya wayama yen. And you know you 20 minutes for questions and answers. And she said, "Also, busa question now. Ube to me, apeja one side by using the sign, and I say go to the church na type of question now. Also, busa, and I say ube to my body na me recognize wa na odo question aba. It is a bit ye begi in semisa hodo said the beya doctor ebe to me eyano. The one say yenia ameniam pon sawo so timpato yenia ameniam pon. Messiah Moses say person money public opportunity go straight to your point, simple, say the bear bit me recognize it many people. Yenia emeniam pom pacho bremu.
Open me that was say, doctor, that was no church, my same busan me. And so can radiation one sem. Now radiation can bet me a bemu ya, the entire me busa say once there was some a small gadgets I try when she knows my radiation phone. Computers, Wi-Fi machines, how do I try and watch number radiations? And only if a cancer person I need na asembusa
no. So basically radiation, any form of radiation, say X-ray, say gamma rays, or say sun's UV rays, into BBA a bit in cancer. Now, sa issue of gadgets radiation no. Issue be a settled. Research need be say it may cause cancer. It be say there be it may cause cancer. But basically, the less wired you can get, the better it is. Because even though Anthony and yet research is conclusive, Anthony can say yes, Wi-Fi anyway, it may cause cancer. No. There is a lot of evidence that just said it may cause interference in terms of your overall health. And the less why maybe a typical example of a radiation a bit more dangerous. Meaning some more experimental we are the cell phone. That time was so now kasa a bedroom maybe boss was so because cell phone communicating with the tower now. Radiated magnetic waves be echo between the tower and yourself. Until only a typical example, but the American can research is conclusive. Until the mean can say yes or no, but the more wired or the more gadgets you have, the more interference you have to your health. Until you bit matter swat that way. That's it.
Yo, doc, that's my main questions. Me and some every chat in the mumbra. If we are mapping or more pajamas and the decline panel, or we say, what are the implications of breast reduction and its cancer effects? And the second one here said, does dried fish like adrenaline help prevent cancer? Ghana for you, I say, it was adrenaline once more. And the last one they say, can every tumor turn into cancer, or is every tumor cancer? Timbato young fans and Mr. being safe for now, dog.
Okay. First question, and I'll say
First question, I'll say breast reduction.
Oh, breast reduction, yeah, okay. Breast reduction, no dear. Basically, the cancer effect, no dear. Minyam who study be a breast reduction surgery, a cause of cancer. I know the minyam who so be a who be a, the minyam who be sa. But the American say, any funny be no, almost preemptive strike. Say prevention, especially yakaso more BRCA1, BRCA2 genes, and BRCA1, BRCA2, say related to breast and ovarian cancer. And you'll be a hard mouse say, yes, me was a gene, a genetic cause of breast cancer. And the person in your breast cancer, and you know, they may call surgery, mastectomy. Now, and yes, we on your breast cancer, and you. I said, the own year, you know, upon any breast, I perfectly healthy, near quick free ho. And no, I make and say, so share all the available research are a unnecessary step, and yes, yes, sir. Because most of the last images now, even no more breast cancer, yes, it's the diet, you know. The blood became so toxic, so it was able to kill some of these cells. It is an America. And nothing, adrenaline, and now they are yahono. And no, the minimum research be a tracer and now to me prevent cancer. And you know, no. Now the minimum say and now cause cancer. Because in America, PA, any PAH, now chemicals now, on one nam, watching nam, otun nam, I produce no, and no. And a cause of cancer, and you know, so prevent cancer, yeah, and yet, and nam be any hold my research, it may prevent cancer. And the last question, you know, say
the last question, no, cancer is every tumor a cancer.
Okay, and tumor, no, you will be on my benign, and it will be a malignant. Benign, it just say, I tumor, but and yet cancerous, and then they say, there were no. I mean, can the tumor cancer be a tumor? Now, tumor no you know, it will benign. I just say, no, the best spread it, and I will pack on the beer one arm, or be at the worst, a bit mine is a better see. Now, it be as a structures be and not a near structure, not just a suffocating. In this, I will honor not a linear, I will honor not a cool. In yet, tumor be a cancer, tumor be a benign. And you're cancerous, and you will be your honor, and no edanic cancerous, then on a bear carcinoma, and a carcinoma, and on a spread it into and yet tumor be a cancer.
Your dog made us say, say, ye nearby Agnes Sechi, Upeja and Santi Bacho, for Udiana brand. Now, would the bar, Maggie ye near SA, and Agnes Sechi and a SA, who mean the moment some questions.
Okay, Doctor Mupacho, Okasana Kafa air freshener, you did with you know.
Yeah.
That's a candle, so come on now air freshener, I didn't have a papa home because and you use my fear.
So the American say environmental, pollutants, household pollutants, chemicals be over. You need to make also cancer. And now the air freshener example say chemicals be breathe or air freshener more. Nina no ye toxic chemicals. If you are and so no over home in Yamaku. Now, Bibia over home Bibiano, particles, Yamfa, but a particles, one from Manumuntina in here, a call nipediamoa, now could dissolve mojum, now free now cause problems. Into a lot of those chemicals, you didn't more use because Papa Obia bit me out on the actual way, Papa chain, but need your chemicals. Into a bit me a young pet, a quine beer, different way as you can imagine. I am.
Your dog made us say, say, you so identity SA, Timbacho Fabria, and we am a coach to a copy questions. SA.
Yo, Dr. Medasi.
Yeah.
My question is similar to the sister you be saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Nema, near Diana, na if ye be a cent abaho. And to say, I'm first chemicals, yeah, ye were, baby to say cinnamon, any vinegar, and also. Any chemicals, and also to me, my cancer. Now, the question back on.
No, sir, the Minian research be actually my cancer. In fact, there your fragrances be a natural, essential oils. Your different one, your cardamom, your tea grass, your tea tree oil, your a lot of different essential oils, sir. In him, with me the as air freshener. Until be a natural, be and free lab, be a chemical, be with me.
Dog, you hear chat your Bibusa say, and the Argentina vegetarians in so cancer a kuomo. Does it depend on the stage? And another question they can hold now they can say, obviously enlarged prostate a lady to cancer now.
Okay, so basically, almost nipadua no enye mathematics to say 1 + 1 de bia eye 2 o kan 1 ni 1 bo ma o ye ne dan e be 2 you say nyankopon kwa na say 1 + 1 = 1 enti no de ye na nkyere say the fact say obi aye we nyina bi enti no unya cancer kra e possible say obi o hodo mo a why vegetarian and so no wetimi anya cancer but the research na kire ne say obi o vegetarian no betimi anya bi ba onya the body no be dealing with it better than obi a onye vegetarian because to begin with no ni moja no sani amede example no kire ni moja no hostile ni moja na toxic to cancer cells dada in most of the time no ma omo hwe omo didi yie no they survive cancer better. Number 2 anya obi o vegetarian bi anso na didi yie obi ho na adwene ye ne say the fact say onwe nam no akire so vegetarian udi french fries unum soda na eno an say udi processed food ni ade a onye vegetarian papa intino de ya ka ho asemi eye de your friend whole food plant based lifestyle just we do an you udi no as close to natural as possible eno ho asemi ne yeke intino we wa famu dia na de aka no de amanyakopon.
That's na obi say enlarged prostate and so any cancer any relation.
Enlarged prostate there be no any cancer just enlargement and a research so actually say any relation be any I don't know benign prostatic hyperplasia and one enlarged prostate and prostate no na just eye kese na any cells no normal normal cells but cancer cells no adane ni su asesa o hwe cell no the to microscope as now the normal cell to asia that is cancer cell, but enlarged prostate cells mean I normal, but
okay. Now, who say Dr. CKM and I nearby Evelyn watching by Sana Baby Family, Dr. Fabi to us, Obi Busa church me say GMO, and that's how genetically modified in Yania Yedino, and no, predisposed to cancer, not any connection, not causal link.
Yeah, so GMO no a very controversial. Oma kashepa, but the whole idea of genetic modification is we decide obi a hormone person obedo ewira into or spray chemicals bi so na kum ewira into oma design plants bi said ebeya bibi e friend say we decide tolerant. So all the chemicals ni be buswa plants e wo ho nyina ewira wo ho nyina be wu but that particular one no emu. Intina yesa enam saudi bebre na egusu intino it soaks up the chemical okudia when your chemical maybe one of those chemicals are very toxic your friend glyphosate and no you nim say the research what just cause cancer in fact South America be a lot of genetically modified soil GMO soil now be obi da wo ne banana ne oninsa be na oni ani a lot of enkwara ya wo mo within the farming areas a lot of congenital defects, abnormalities. Yenim se no na ekoso. Intini yenim se ekoso cancer. Intini sa obenya GMO aduane de hwehun free hu na hwehwe organic.
Yo Dr. Medasin Pacho Yonko Dr. CK
me aboa no GMO no ho kakra.
Okay, name Pacho for quickly we are Dr. CK.
GMO the last game last Dr. Ebo and me can say what the 10 years at the whole aboa bia for na nka which implies as chemicals no omedi ye kan you could because they are share kubu no even toxic to animals and pro a better what 10 years it is a idea that one aboa plant to me and we say yeah it means that there are some chemicals we want mwa edipa into media
yo Dr. Isipokuye say for your contribution but your Dr. CKM what you mean can about your bremu
we Dr. CKM a wife Dr. Vera.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a quick point. And it said we need to understand because sin is in the world, sickness is also part of that.
That's right.
Now, after the Garden of Eden, God told us that we're going to die. And over the years, we had to die. And say you can be a vegetarian and eat only a plant-based diet, but you can also get cancer.
That's right.
Young lady, be a friend of Matoya Newman. She was strictly vegetarian, 7-day Adventist, 43 years old, on a rare form of cancer. She died, I think, on the 29th. Ne papa had naturopathic center, Alabama. But she died. And to put that into perspective, so people can be allergic to it. For example, soy. Some people are allergic to soy. For example, shiitake mushrooms. So some people are allergic, and you can eat it and have anaphylaxis. And in ansana, we crowd approach it to start eating certain foods. No, go to one physician or what medical history, so they can help you. Any nutritionist, they can help you plan your diet. It's extremely important, because one is now taking things at face value. You may get sick being a vegetarian and die from that. Secondly, my last point, Harvard University School of Medicine, website, and I hope all of you will go there and read it. You cannot boost your immune system. You can strengthen your immune system. The definition of boost is to improve. You cannot improve upon what God has already made. Your immune system is perfect as God made it, but sin has ruined the immune system. So don't say boost, say strengthen. You can strengthen it. You can never improve what God has done, because you're human.
That's it. That's dog. So basically, so when what I meant by boosting your immune system, so research, X-ray said, I'm sure the NK natural killer cells now. There are certain lifestyles. If you have those lifestyles, you practice those lifestyles, they make the natural killer cells' ability to kill cancer cells, more effective than other lifestyles. And now into so far, study now, Petri dish study now, how cancer blood from a standard American diet versus blood from a plant-based diet. That was what it was. And yes, the boost, it's used not means start creating new immune cells, but with the one that you already have to make it more effective at killing cancer cells, bacteria, viruses, and so on and so forth. That's it.
Thank you. Mami, through this question quick now, Mami Evelyn, what you will say? Drinking lemon water every day, it will prevent cancer now.
So we are here, this is not an isolated standalone say. Bibi bakupe we na me what we are talking about is a lifestyle. And yet one thing is that lemon water and they prevent cancer. A whole lot of things. Intuition in America now, all the stages, you will near maybe it me prevent those stages. And I'm me outlining a whole lot of things. And we go back to okay, anyway. And a whole lot of things are about preventing all those different stages of cancer. And on internet as well, there's a whole lot of things. There's all no lemon water, there's all no way, there's all no way. But me young research say lemon water it may prevent cancer. But the minimum say a whole food plant-based diet. There's so much research about it. It's undisputed that fact. It's the only dietary lifestyle a reverse disease. Whole food, plant-based diet. Now cancer and so diet plays a big role in helping prevent it. But it doesn't mean the fact say why you weighing but you can do your best and leave the rest to God.
That's a paradox. Mami ko insano to tiye mami Evelyn Boatin pa church in Kabremu. But you can say be na wo beauty. Ye mami Evelyn Boatin. And the bra yentin in kano mami fan fe mo bin so busa bibi about spices. Or say adobo ne other spices say die aduane no so e.
Yeah, so spices, there are a lot of those spices. Your research was the research ni guasie. You name say antioxidant, any anti-inflammatory properties. Using certain spices, as part of an overall healthy lifestyle, you name say you're good because it reduces inflammation. A lot of these diseases are a lot of the chronic diseases are the baseline inflammation. All of those have inflammation. Even in cancer, your cell be your friend NF kappa beta chemical beer. You name say and no approval to inflammation. Now, in fact, when we research as part of the cancer therapies, to find a chemical that can do that. But a lot of spices can do that. Turmeric is one of them. Sage is one of them. And spices need be a it me yes, but in spice ni na the kakra minim no any the mabobo din the lesson am the troso. And two, adia a yema obia no enkyere se won so koye e be ya ma obi ho no ma the yefunu ntimi spices. Inti bia obi akodi black pepper na won so akodi black pepper na oyema ye ya na say adi si ye o. Inti na nyankopon bo ye na obo variety. So you look at the variety, which one of those are ebeboa won. Not what you use. But there is a lot of research that shows that some of these spices have anti-inflammatory potential and properties.
Dog, me say, and you may want to emphasize the plant-based diet. And the question will be say, can you what is a plant-based diet? And or it was also said, is it just adding fruits or vegetables, or is there more to it?
Okay, so I'll go back to the research that I may refer to now. Plant-based diet, what they did is that, especially the breast cancer cases, for 2 weeks, diet was restricted to only plants. Just basically, for 2 weeks. No chicken, no fish, no eggs, no cheese, no dairy. That is for 2 weeks. It's like I said, plant-based diet. Generally, in general terms, we are referring to a diet that is predominantly from plants, whether it's vegetables or whether it's fruits or grains or legumes or nuts or seeds. And consider the plant-based diet. But and 100% plant-based. The recommendations are based on good research. We share the blue zones now, baby. We are seeing now, baby, up to 100 years. The ones near 80 to 90% plant-based and just 10 to 20% animal-based. And generally, many patients, the advice I give them is say, your goal is to go as plant-based as possible. And so to me and pure plant-based, that is not the goal. The goal is at least 80 to 90% plant-based and just 10 to 20% animal-based. Oh yes, you get a good balance, because what you want is you want to get all these factors here to make your immune system very, very capable of dealing with some of these things that you can happen.
Yo, dog, that's a pa. I always say, come to me for obia na a brain mame emfa yenua ya 12 me unso sa was nti pa choche me kabrim ya 12.
Yo, me pacho me that's pastor. Me pacho me question is say heat na e so dem no etimi cause cancer na. Pacho me question that's
heat say I know the minya research via say etimi cause cancer. That's
yo.
Dog, yeah, that was baby. Him say, and then your questions maybe on the grading, my main for last 1 year, it be the 1 minute here came fan to us. So this is a magic cube, and I gonna for the Obusa say, and also say a cause cancer, and I say, and what's something to say.
I know the minya research via cause cancer, but me say there are a lot of things in the magic cube and healthy for us. To begin with, the amount of salt, sodium, by itself, from 1 magic cube, when you have a lot of sodium, very, very high in sodium. Number 2, a lot of those cubes, or MSG, monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate, there's a lot of research where I just said they're toxic to your nerves. It may cause nervous problems, and it may cause hypersensitivity. More asthma, a lot of hypersensitivity. Allergic diseases, it may be worse. But cancer, the research MSG also, but other problems, the cube, magic cube can cause it. Emphasis, say you stay as close to nature as possible. Instead of using Maggi cube, you can use normal things like garlic, basil, herbs, maybe their spicy, their flavor with you. That's it.
No, but as I say, questions were coming from a great into no, but a idea common to you, and my main friend non kahona, we answer nebody that of fire, mammy, a you from the chat. Obi say microwave, I did a warm mediano, to make also cancer now, we and one. No, be say inquire this body lotions, and I heard that is a whole door you use to know. Didn't and also a one to say, Timbajo, who answer when not is a bonnet of everywhere my brain into that's it.
Yo, microwave, you see, one of those issues are topic now very controversial. A microwave, a domestic microwave, you using the fee any research, and yet very concrete and yet conclusive. Say microwave are using fear a course. Even though microwaves in Ankasano a cause cancer, but the domestic microwave are utensil and as appliance are using fear. Research no very conclusive. Into no the individual, so pair no use own pair because I know the mean teaming cassette definitely no meaning research be or white just a cause cancer. No the mean who be Number 2, skin lotion, hair dye. A lot of those are toxic chemicals. My philosophy, most of my philosophy is idea mean to me a mean come here, no me fancy because BB your skin it gets into you, absorbed somehow. It gets access into the internal of your body. Now research actually say, especially black hair dye, research actually say linked to cancer. I know the research actually now the simple answer, and I said there's a lot of research to show that a lot of the hair dyes, especially the very dark ones, are linked to cancer, especially breast cancer, and especially in African American women. Indeed, so be now answer no.
Dog, that was education out there, my until we find out where the other my in your brain or not, young fact to be dealing con and I for the can and to us.
Yo, Medasintino. For cancer, 90 to 95% here caused by environment and only 5 to 10% and genetics. What it means is that we can do a lot to prevent cancer from happening. Now, research societies are almost lifestyle, and yet it's a standard American diet lifestyle, any Western European diets, not a lifestyle now. Certain cancers, even generally cancers, are low. One example, colorectal cancer, colon cancer. Ocean Africa, Ocean Asia, Southeast Asia, do a lot of plants now, and you're common, sir. And then the Asian say, and you may be brilliant me a now the best thing we can do is say, preventive cancer, no, and say, you go back to nature as close to what God gave us as possible. And no churches will be a cancer, not just any. Now the chairman say, why you what you know you can do to prevent disease. And if it happens, but most of the time, if you do your best, you prevent a lot of these diseases. It's not a fact, but the fact also stands to say there are some things unfortunately we have no control over them because we are not God. Like saying a doctor can, we live with sin. It may be a whole they will happen and we can't explain it. But mostly, the you do it, and there's research to show that you can prevent a lot of these things. That's
Yo, Dr. Martin Opoku, Jemfi, Onyamin Shroud, Ewosa, education, Adiama Yen, Yenya Yafemudie, Nayan Fadiaka, Emenyame, Yenya Daniel, sorting in can, if I chose so you may dear Munafatu Asumayen.
Yo, before said, yeah, better, Dr. Martin, Opoku Jemfi Asipe, Adistia, or Diamayen, Renum Judi said, say, you know, I funny idea, Juma, Unyamibe Shy and Bebrebe cancer beer. Se nyamia do wabon ho ban na wonyenye bia anamon bia wan kasa obetumatu bia se wonya bie no ye ofam de ya de a ye nsa ebeboa ye mpa enunti ye call into a season of prayer ye besre nipa miensa ebebompa ya amaye nipa odi kan no yenua Daniel Kakraba ye behre no na wo de asemu a doctor de bre yen won sere nyame ho ahoden ma yen ya tibebre yenim bebre enu mode no den onyame mo yen na yenwe kwan a yebetuma afa so a yebetuma tena se ye na yetumi atere wasase so se ne wonu nyame no ahyeha maye enti yenua obabo mpa ya hye nyame se woni ye anim na adesua a wode amaye mmere yentumi fa nya adwuma yebesre special prayer so pedro wo mfie so a mo hwehwe aware na se wo mo so a wo ye content crowd at this point yebesre yenua ye maame Grace Kwaten na ono nso abọ sa empaye no amaye na ya hye osofo Peter Omane enso ye de anim na wabọ mpaye sonko kwan so na wodi asafo mai nyina hye nyamensa titriu ene COVID-19 abesensen yenkom yakoni abedie yensre unyame enchen bambo amid COVID nyina unyame nhira na safo na wo mana safo so enkoso a entumpon na mo ma ne bambo no enye kese ewo asafo mai nyina so emeda kwan yefo asafo wi asafa na nyina so for Peter Omane ebedi anim ewo saa empaye nim te abusuafo mma ye nyina yensie trase na wo betuma bu nkotodwe na ye a kono saa na enuanom miensen eni anim ewo yen season of prayer. Eni Daniel oti enka obesoma mai
Utu obonso mu meeting.
Also, you're okay, but I don't know why.
ene mami
So on my yemu binom wo hwehwe emuka fom obo emunyam no yes so say you anase wo mu eyire na atimi aboa nam so sa kwan no so wo boa yenya yetimi adol yetimi afa wakwan so nam sa ye so se wotwedi ampo wo pia obeto se ye fata waheni mu yeda wase enanwumre se watie wadoma incident. Amen.
Amen. Yehu atumfo ye to aso de ayi amawo o kan o Exodus 16:26 say Israelfo no edi wa kwan so a no mo fa kwan a odi ato ama o mo so yade odi eba mizimfo so na bi nka o mo erade yade abesin se wiemo ye ni da so ne akwanfo wa wani mo nyamunti boye nyina ye wala ye hu ban se sa yade bi nkan se bia kan obi erade sane yade mai amen wadum no ahumobro nti so ensamre mu din eni eni nkomopo die tata fasum boni wiase ai nam yade emu so yade nkan wadum nti sa yade o din mu nti amen.
Amen. Okay, so yenya Daniel and to me ma my mom pay abusuafo therefore yeda wase anwumre ye wonam wakwa so edi amaye ye hia wase titena yimu bia no wunyame wo de adom ne ye betumi atu ho anamon wonam panimfo so atwe adwen asiso anwumre no ye srew se ma ya hoden na anamon a wosu yetuo no ma yentumi ntu yesrew se dum yensa ye bompa ye ne yesrew se kansa ya wie se obi ewo ye mu a wanya bia yesrew se ebra ye bompa ye wonyame hu sa nipa no mobo na empo ebra wo tutu anamon ese some of these presentations here yetie ma yesisa ye nuane die ne ye niema no se ne anka research yi point to no nka wasesa na nka yare wo tutu ase afri wo memu kra yesrew se dum yensa dum ya hoden ma yentumi fantu anamon a ebeboa yen na amaya setena wo asase so no ayede ayebehye wo nyame wudin animonyam na yetumadi enase ne wo nyame wahyehyɛ amaye ewa asase so yeda wase enumre ewo de wodi amaye hraye nyina wo doba Yesu Kristo din ni munti amen.
Amen.
Yo, abusiafo, mama yen take these few announcements and sana ya transition them say manusi pepepe yebehye a special prayer session ase sa session ne de sene amunimu no yebehye yenuanu amoboa yen stream service nyina no yebehye say no de mamu stream no online ema yen pese ya private na no pastor oseba bi die nim nyame ya adom a yɛkyena no pa no nsia Eastern Standard Time no ano yɛbɛba pastor mo aba bi anim for your morning devotion no ɛkyena eba yi na watu ya bompa ye bebre na yɛgidi Yesu sɛ onyame nso yɛ nsɛnkyerɛnne bebre wɔ yɛntem nti nyame ya adom a ɛkyena yɛbɛdi adanse na sɛne adanse die no yɛmmerɛ no nti yɛpɛsɛ yɛhyehyɛ no ne sɛ bomɔden sɛ wudi wudin ebema yenu apanyi agena se wuni ni number no enie mpanyimfo de beto afidie no so but meka for the sake of more friend into this particular meeting no the number no 773 403 3433 773 403 3433 ma yenuano ensanka udin sene ebeya ekina adansi die no wonso ubetumi enyamu echefa saa yebamu nyina amase enumrei se mobaaye yebeja ha ama pastor Osei na watwas